Seder is Chaya Sorah. You know, in life people seem to think that coincidence exists. It doesn't. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is in control of the whole world, guiding hand all and everything that we do. You find this week, Eliezer, the servant of Avram, is told, go and find for my son Yitzchak a wife, a shidduch. And of course, he goes on, and what does he do? He starts to make decisions about how he would proceed. But even then, before he had even finished speaking, Rivka comes out and appears on the horizon to come. And she makes the offer to water the camels, to give him to drink. Rabbi Bachaya asks the question, who is the he? No sooner had he finished speaking, and he refers us to a HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu was controlling the whole situation. Just think about it. What's going on here? Rivka comes in, and she comes along and she offers to feed and to water the camels. Can you just imagine it? A camel can drink water for goodness knows how much. It would have killed the girl. She's only a little child. And yet here she's doing it. What's going on here? And secondly, what was it that Avram insisted that Eliezer had to go away from where he was? There was nobody who kept Judaism. Nobody was Jewish at that time. He could have taken any woman he wanted there for his son. What was going on? Well, the answer is HaKadosh Baruch Hu was directing it. This is a boy meets girl. What's happened is he wanted a shidduch, not just any shidduch. He wanted a girl who was full of midas. HaKoros HaToiv HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that she showed her humility. She showed her way of doing things. She was properly educated, properly brought up. There was kindness. A person with this midah, there's no question about it, would have made a wonderful wife for anybody. And this is what Avram wanted. He wanted to go and make sure that the HaKadosh Baruch Hu would direct the hands of Eliezer. Take this young lady who was prepared to come and show HaKoros HaToiv to HaKadosh Baruch Hu by saying, I'll feed them water the camels. Unbelievable. I mean, what a thing he was. And then we carry on the story. We find there's a shidduch there. It's wonderful. It's arranged. And what happens? And I remember the late Lord Jacob Zal used to tell me, he went to a wedding once to do a wedding. And the Choster Caleb were telling him, this is the greatest day of our life. He said, he said, if this is the greatest day of your life, it's downhill from now on. A wedding, the beginning, is the beginning. And that's why it says that when Yitzchak took her, he married her. And then afterwards, he loved her. In the wrong order. He said you should have loved her, then he married her. No, he married her and then he loved her. The growth of relationship is something which comes after the marriage, not something which happens immediately. It has to develop. I always say you're on an escalator going up. Only problem is the escalator's going down. You have to keep moving. And this is why Rivka was brought into the picture. Eliezer was brought in. The whole thing here this week is about our relationship towards our partners, towards our family, towards our home. HaKoros HaToiv HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He makes the arrangements when he makes a shidduch. We don't find them by chance. We don't go on the internet and we find out a shidduch. HaKadosh Baruch Hu directs our hands. This he did for Eliezer. Let's hope in Mitzvah Shem HaKadosh Baruch Hu will direct all of us. He will look after us. That we don't need to worry about chance. That the HaKadosh Baruch Hu will be mashgiach from the whole world, and we will all be zeicher. The zivugim shall take place. People will find the zivugim. HaKoros HaToiv HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that we get our health, and those who are ill, we still pray for them that they should have a refuah shalema. And at the same time, I want to tell you that this has been a sad week. We have lost our ex-chief rabbi, the late chief rabbi Jonathan Zeiss, a personal and a very close friend of mine. I want to wish Elaine and all her family Arichas Yomim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu depicted this and decided this was it. Vayu Chaya Sorah, the life of Sorah. This could also here be the life of an outstanding chief rabbi. Let him be a Melitz Yosef for Klal Yisrael, that we should all be zoiche to the Bias Girl Tzedek. Amen.